Hello, my name is UMEK. I come from Ljubljana and I am a DJ. I travel around the world and I play music at the most beautiful places around the world. And right now we are in Pula, Croatia, filming this. I remember for the first time I went to school dance and there I saw this guy who was playing music. Actually in Slovenia at that time the DJs were playing from cassette, but didn't matter to me. It was this amazing position that he had there in the middle of, dance floor, playing whatever he wanted, and people were just dancing and having fun. And I said, oh my God, this is the best job in the world. You can play the music you want, so people are enjoying themselves dancing, and on the end you get paid for that. That's my dream job, I would do it for free, but it's even better. The payment is bonus in the end. So yeah, this was the name. This DJ was DJ Alf, a friend of mine from childhood, and later on he was one of the first, or actually the first guy who gave me a chance to play in a club called Palma. And yeah, this is how I fell into being DJ business. But music-wise, the first influences, I was a big fan of West Bam. I was a huge fan of Carl Cox when he released I Want You Forever track. Then later on, I really got into the sound, a more heavier sound of Birmingham guys, of Surgeon and Regis. And I played that sound for quite a while. And then again I changed a little bit more to funkier sound, and since let's say 2000 I really don't have any influences. What if I have an influence, then would be people dancing on the dance floor. So yeah, my biggest inspiration is dance floor. Yeah, I started as a DJ when I was probably around 15 years old, but I was amateur at the time. But when I was professional DJ when I was 17 years old, and it was 93. So imagine, we just came out of the communist country. We just went independent, Slovenia, in 91, and I loved techno and house and different genres of electronic music, trance. I loved hardcore back then. And so imagine the country in transition. There was no means to buy records in Slovenia. We had to later on drive to Germany. So the obstacles first were, where should we get this kind of music? Okay, so then we went to Germany. So like, where should we play this music? So I went to different clubs around Slovenia and saying, I'm a DJ, I want to do techno parties, and they were just like, oh my God, we don't want to do these parties with you, we're gonna hire bigger DJs like West Bam, Marusha, DJ Hell at the time, and yeah, nobody really cared about me. So yeah, obstacles were everywhere, you know. Even I remember when I released my my first record, I was so happy, and then I had to release another 30 EPs around the world on the different labels to get to be noticed by promoters, to get gigs. Let's say let's compare a DJ from Italy or from England. He released this is imaginary DJ. Not going to mention the names, but like these guys released records on the same label. They were not as good as DJ as I am, but still they got bookings. I didn't. And I think that has a lot to do that I came from Slovenia, ex-Yugoslavia. War was going on, you know, all around us in other republics, and everybody was really scared of what is going on. So yeah, man, obstacles everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Yeah, I remember when I got signed for the first UMEK record on Z from England. I still remember when I got this call, and they called me and they said, UMEK, we want to sign this record. And this was the moment when I thought, come on, everything is possible. But when you sign the first record, it's just one of these steps, you know, maybe 1% of your career. There are so many things you have to do, and it's yeah, so many important things. I remember when I went to Germany and I played at Mayday. That was one thing that I always wanted, and all these things. I remember, you know, dancing to Carl Cox and Dave Clark, and later on I met them. You know, they played my records. You know, we became colleagues, and you know, we see all each other around the world, and those are these amazing moments that me as a young Uroš Umek, I only dreamt, you know, and yeah, my dreams come true. So yeah, basically that defines me as an artist as well, defines me what I experience through my life, defines me what I listen to in the clubs and all around. And yeah, I'm actually an artist who makes a lot of music, and I think this is my life goal, to just make tracks and play them to the people. Yeah, there's a big difference. You know, when you go in the studio to work on an original track, you have to build or make an idea of something that just goes into your head, and then you start trying, and sometimes it can take for days to find a proper idea or the proper melody or the proper drums. But when you get a remix, the idea is already there. You have to work around what it was sent to you, so you have to use some kind of some parts of original tracks, of maybe melody or something. And yeah, it's actually quite easier to start, but then again, if you have like a really cool classic track, and then you have this burden of how you're gonna make a relevant remix, that because everybody likes original better, and everybody's complaining like, why are you ruining this track and all this and that. So it's kind of, yeah, it's a completely different feel when you go in the studio. It's kind of, when you start to produce tracks, it's kind of, you are in this learning process, and I think it's okay to copy, especially these days. You can always go to Beatport or I don't know, any other store where you just download the track and you put it in your DAW, and then you just compare the sounds, how it was made. It's much easier than back days. And then you just learn the procedure of how your drums should sound, how they sound better, and then like how the melodies were made, the arrangements and everything is. So you're learning the process of how to make the music. But then at a certain point, when you have this knowledge, obviously you have to turn to originality and towards the originality and try to find your own sound. And this sometimes takes years, or there are some lucky guys, which are not lucky guys, some genius that they find their own sound with the first track, and somehow that they have knowledge and ability to make a hit record when they go in the studio for the first time. This is for me, wow, because I had to learn the hard way, like years and years of experience. I wouldn't say that I was I was a talented guy. So it was just learning, and you should invest like 10,000 hours into your craft, no matter what you do. And this is the same with music. So with knowledge, and a little bit of different mindset, then comes originality, and you should look forward to it, and yeah.